Uh, Hi. I actually started this video and I had to scrap it because I'm not feeling so hot. And, oh, it's been a hard day. It really has. And I just got a phone call about 2 minutes ago, and it is my little boy next door. And he said, I want to come to the house now. He's only about 5. And she was saying, Mom kept on telling him she's going to come in the morning. And I was telling him, I promise I will be in the house in the morning. He said, what about a hurricane? She got to come real quick. And Mom told me, he says he wants you in there real quick in the morning. I said, I will come at warp speed just for him. And I'll probably get up like 4 o'clock in the morning just to make sure that I get up at a good time and go in and probably try to tackle him just to be funny. That's me. But I'm also, he needs the security. I mean, he needs to know his mom's there and everything. He likes being with my sister Ariana because they're roughly around the same age, and they go to a rough house. So, and I was like, oh my god! When I hung up, I was like, wow, he really worries about me. Then I was thinking, whoa, he worries about me. Well, that's not his job. And I keep on thinking about something someone said about putting children in adult situations, which is where they do not belong. And I'm hoping I can, you know, let him remember I am the adult and he is the child. And he doesn't have to worry about me being there or not. Occasionally, yeah, I'm going to have a problem. I get sick a lot. And every now and again, I need to have a little me time, somewhere else, just for a little bit. But I'm always, always gonna come back home to him and to my family because it's where I belong. My brother, my twin brother, hey, the boy does not know what the hell he wants right now. He is, last time I checked with him, he was trying to figure out if he could go to where his girlfriend is right now, which is in Missouri. And I told him that might not be a good idea. Mainly because if you've ever been down here in Louisiana when it's hurricane weather and people are trying to leave, woo, that is a big old box of crazy you don't want it to go through. I know because I remember how it went. We had to evacuate. We went to, I can't remember which one it was for. I remember we had one hurricane that said that there were going to be in the body bags for what was going to happen. Thank you, Weather Channel. Y'all so messed up in the head. Y'all telling people shit like that. Everybody else is already scared. Anybody who saw Hurricane Katie and how the results pretty much torched New Orleans is going to be a little nervous. So I was like, man, somebody needs to write in and say something. I mean, honestly, it's like them putting a banner across the I-10 saying "Road of Death." I was so ticked off when I heard that. I mean, when Laura hit and everything, it really made a scratch on our radar where we were. Let's see, it's stupid is what it is. I'm hoping that that's the case with this thing. I still think weathermen are stupid. I always will. I mean, technically, they're scaring people for no good reason. They don't know what they're talking about. Unless you can give some to predict something within like maybe, I don't know, 85% accuracy, don't open your mouth. Hurricanes have always been a big deal down here in Louisiana. I mean, when Andrew hit, I was 12 years old. I guarantee you, I was terrified. I had never seen a hurricane in my life. And honestly, it wasn't that bad. The worst part about the whole thing was when the electricity went out. And then when my twin brother decided he wanted to see how fast he could permeate the room with an accurate odor by farting all day and all night. My poor Uncle John was like, I don't know what's going to kill us, a hurricane or Billy's farting. That's my family. And he is like my major DNA sharer right there. What do you do with that? I mean, honestly. Oops. Sorry. I'm trying to put a flashlight together for tomorrow. I mean, not just for play, which is probably what my boy's going to want to do with it. He's going to want to shine and everything. But we need to have everything well lit in case, the lights go out. Somebody need to go potty. That helps things out tremendously. I've already taken a bath, so I'm ready in case the water goes out. And chances are, if it does go out, that later on, I wouldn't drink the water if I was anybody nearby, because usually it turns out a really suspicious looking color. I don't know which in particular, but I do know it's not going to be something you're going to want to drink. If you got one of them, what you call it, Brita filters or whatever, I definitely pack one of those jugs, because it'd be nasty. I wouldn't even dip my toes in there to take a bath. Hence this. And yeah, it's a little scary and everything. What you gonna do though? Like I said, this has been a very hard day. One of the other reasons is that baby, oh Lord, he is beyond cute, but he's also beyond difficult. He is just barely 2 weeks old. He's not even 8 pounds yet. He's getting there though. He's getting there. He is eating almost like every 2.5 hours, and that is not a schedule that we have him on. That is him demanding, "You want food now?" He gets ticked, and he's tiny, but he's beautiful, mean as hell. I don't know what he is gone through, but if it's got to do with the hospital, that I can understand. Trust me, if you've been put through the ringer about one of these things, you're gonna have some lasting damage, even if it's subconscious, like with the baby. Because when he gets older, he's probably not gonna remember anything. I really hope that's the case, because I'd hate to leave that with that adorable little face with his big dark blue eyes. But he was not in a good mood today at all. In fact, I think that little booger just gave me the thrush I gave him back. I got up when I was in the hospital, and I came back, and I can't leave him alone to save my life. I love playing with that little boy. He's gorgeous, like I said. And I gave it to him, and of course, me being me, still couldn't leave him alone. And now it feels like I might be getting it again. But all day today, all he did was scream. I did my best, We did the jiggle walk. I said the jiggle walk. Okay, I know that sounded a little bad. But, you take a step, you jiggle. Another step, you jiggle a little bit less. You gotta keep a good rhythm. That way you don't make the kid puke. Pat that little behind. Because believe it or not, they do like it. Just nice little rhythm. And you keep doing the jiggle walk. And he likes it. He does. But, you know, these little cures, as I call them, do not last forever. What do I wish? Maybe about 2-3 minutes into it, he starts again. Nah, nah, nah. And he did this really pathetic one that really gets me. Nah. I'm like, oh, don't do that. That's like a kitty cat looking at you and you're trying to have it fixed. You know what I mean? Oh, I love that little boy. And Mason, he's growing to like that little boy. Which is what I want, honestly. That Mason needs to form bonds and see past color. Because he is an African American boy. And when I was his age, I never saw a difference between me or anyone else that I played with when I was that young. Didn't even realize anybody was really that different, or that, that it was that big of a deal until somebody, yelled out a thing about me being a little bit heavier than the rest. And I was like, wow, I never realized that was so important, or that it was such a real factor. Because to me, it's kind of stupid. Maybe I'm the only one who thinks like that. I don't know. I don't. But I worry about that. Any little difference you have growing up from the other kids, really, really take it in the kisser. At least that's how I put it. Ooh, excuse me, wait. 1 minute. That iPad never stays put. Fixing to find something to brace it with. Like I said, Solomon screamed a good part of the day. I finally was able to get him to go to sleep. And then Ariana, my little sister, who is 6 years old, decided she wanted to go play in there. And by there, I mean my mother's bedroom. That's where the baby sleeps. And he started crying, of course. Oh, boy. Get this. Okay. Ooh, much better. But, yeah, she woke him up. And you have no clue how hard it was to get him to go back to sleep. I was angry. I took that little girl, I put her in the corner. I said, you see that wall? She said, yeah. I said, stare at it. For how long? Till I said a stop. I was mad. That boy needs to sleep. Newborns like him, who are also premature and drug exposed, they need to sleep mainly to, be able to grow. For one, they are drastically behind in their growth, and to be able to just deal with the hurt, because the drugs that his mother used were like heroin, methamphetamine, marijuana. I know she drank too. Oh God, what else was there? I know there was something else. I can't remember the last bit. But it was heroin. I know is a very nasty withdrawal symptom, because I have met somebody and watched them go through it. Poor dude, man. And I looked at him and I just, I kept myself at bay being too confident, because nobody forces anybody to put a syringe in their arm. Trust me, I don't even like having that done to me. But, yeah, it's withdrawal symptoms a lot. There's a lot of pain. And I do my best to keep him distracted from it. Because you can tell when he's having it. He shakes like that. He needs comfort. He really does. And he needs love too. And a lot of people ask me, well, don't you get your heart broken when these foster children come in and out? Yeah, yeah, I do. But it's a balance of things. Now, if no one loved this child, no one held this child or did anything for him, there are chances of him being diagnosed failure to thrive. And kids have died from this before. And besides, I actually legitimately like this child and a good many of the ones that came out before him. I mean, they were a lot of fun. We did things together, you know. I even bought baby clothes for a good amount of them. I mean, we did professional pictures and stuff that kind of went with like Christmas cards and stuff like that. And we would have one little girl, bald as can be, just like I was when I was that age. And I bought her a little dress. It was pink with the white fur trimming, kind of like Santa's suit, but pink for a girl. And she had a little little fur trimmed hairband on. And we took a nice little picture of her. She was very photogenic. She had her name changed when she got adopted, but she did great. She's got a permanent home, and she's loved. And I am so happy for her. We've had so many good stories. I wish I could say they outweigh the bad. There's been quite a few of those too. Kids come and they go back home, and the daddy's like, "Oh, I'll never do it again. I'm sorry." Anybody else have heard this before? And they do things to this child. The parent lets this dude back in her home. Doesn't tell the worker. Something else happens. I've seen some pretty bad stuff. But Solomon is very, very sweet when he's in a good mood. And he smiles. Oh gosh, that boy's got dimples like you wouldn't believe. He is so beautiful. And it's kind of hard not to want to hold. Not to I mean, he has his own little song and everything. I play for him pretty much every day. Like Alison Krauss's Baby Mine from like the Dumbo movie from Disney, and he loves it. So I do that kind of stuff for my son, for this little boy, and everything. We even watch morning cartoons together. Yeah, I'm sitting there having to watch Peppa Pig and wondering, will somebody please shoot me in the head? I don't know about y'all, but I've been through the ringer with everything. I have a lot of siblings, and I'm a lot older than most of them. And yes, I know it's tough looking through it. Middlesex twins. Yes, there's 3 sets. They, oh Lord, they love Pokemon and Barney. Now, Pokemon I can understand. I always thought Pikachu was kind of cute. But Barney, I wanted to hunt down that overstuffed puppet thing and make him into like a dinosaur fur rug or something. I could not wear the color purple at high school for quite a few years. Assholes. And it was like the TV wasn't available to me when my mom wanted to turn those on. She's like, well, we need to keep them still. Well, you know what? Drugs can keep them still. Do we need to watch this? and I would just go into my room and pray as it over soon. I can't quite remember what it was that Cody and Jody liked. I know it was something. I can't remember. I do know that with Mason, he is like several different things. He liked that little cartoon with little genies. What was the name? It's all glittery. But you know what I'm talking about. If you watch Nick Jr. or Nicktoons, those channels, you'll know what I'm talking about. That and Paw Patrol. Ooh. I saw so many episodes of that super show. Oh, I like the holiday stuff. Halloween was kind of cool, things like that. But after that, what was it? Okay, right now he's on a binge, and it is mainly Peppa Pig. Now, technically, he's not allowed to watch that. And that's in my mom's house. And I can't seem to understand what makes it so bad. Maybe I'm a little oblivious, but I just see a little pig with her family. Did she betray us to Al Qaeda or something of the sort? Or maybe we should just take Peppa and make her into bacon. It's not that, just that. He also, and don't get me wrong, I got no idea where this kid gets these little obsessions from. He loves to watch car washes on YouTube. And I have to sit through all this. Some of them, yeah, are kind of cool. Some car washes do this thing with multicolored lights, and it's probably pretty expensive. But it looks really cool, just very cool. I love the colorful stuff, I always did. There's even something called the Rainforest Car Wash, and I think it's around an area in Minnesota or something. And there's another guy on YouTube that does videos of this, and there's multiple ones around that same area, in the state. But I thought that was nice too. They even had like a parrot or something in one of the offices near the car wash was, and she was kind of the little mascot for the Rainforest Cafe place. And believe it or not, there's a Rainforest restaurant over in Galveston, Texas. I'm sorry, it's Rainforest Cafe restaurant. And if you try to get a reservation, I highly recommend the place. But you better call first. Me and my brother did not. We always talk so much before we go to a really cool restaurant or something when it's the last night of our vacation. And we go together. Mainly because he scares away muggers and I don't. And we went, it took 2 hours. But there was so much to do and see outside that, it went by really fast. And there was Polynesian dancers, and there was a lot to see. It was a great trip. What was really cool is that there had been the hurricane was cool, but this was around the 4th of July, just a little off from that, and apparently Galveston had to reschedule because of the storm for their 4th of July fireworks. And we were there to see them. And that was so nice. It was very, very colorful. I loved it. Me and Billy both always loved it. That trip was really a lot of fun because my mom mainly recommended that we do that because they got the chance to do that, and I know I helped them with the reservation and find a place to be able to stay. Moody Gardens is a place that is like the main tourist thing to do. So usually if you go there, that is one of the things they recommend. Almost time for me to log off of work. Not that I'm doing much. Everybody's asleep. But I still remember when we first got there. I know you're probably sick of my stories, but I got this one. Poor Billy. You gotta remember. Billy, yeah, does he look like me? Yes, in a way. You see this outline on my face? He's got the same thing. His eyes are blue instead of my brown. And I know it's hard to tell with my hair, but I have brown hair, and Billy was born with white blonde hair. So we kind of mirror each other in that way. And, excuse me, 1 second. Oh, that was driving me nuts. But we were on. Billy is also a very big man. He's very cuddly. Everybody thinks he's scary, but I hate to ruin his reputation. But actually, he's not. He's just not that type. But it works for us. So when we would go on trips and stuff, I drag him along with me. The first thing we wanted to do, we had to find something to do because our room technically was not ready. And what I didn't know is that the hotel was going through renovations. So we couldn't even use the hotel elevator. I got a few bad legs from Billy for that one. But, because he was tired, he couldn't help it. We had to find something to do. And there was a little tourist thing. It was a train, and it was actually a pretty good thing. I think it was either a little yellow train or a little pink train. I can't remember. It's one of the two. But whoever wrote down the information and stuff, the history, was very accurate and actually very good. And I was just kind of poking Billy and everything. I'm like, dude, are you listening? This is actually pretty interesting. And then I looked, and his eyes were closed. And I said, are you sleeping? I'm trying to. I said, you better watch what you're doing, dude. You're going to end up falling off the thing. He said, at this point, I'm on my mind. After that was over, and we went in the room, we do what we usually do is we took a nap. Because that was a little trying too. I got stuck next to a chick when we were going over the bridge at Lake Charles. That kept on going, oh, I'm gonna puke. Oh, I'm gonna puke. So I'm like, I wish I said somewhere else. That was bad. But we both ended up sleeping until the next morning. And what woke me up is what woke Billy up as well. It was this big cruise ship next door because we were at the port, and in here, I'm like, what the hell? I got up, skirted my little booty over to the window, and I was like, wow. Because I don't know about you, but I had never seen one of these things up close. The thing was huge. The big hospital we have here in Lafayette, the Lafayette General, it didn't even match up to that place, and they had a lot of floors. It was really, really big, and I was like, oh my god. And they kept doing it. We wanted to go back to sleep. I was getting pissed off too. I took a finger over to the driver, and he just said, asshole. But everything was good. We did try to eat at an oyster place. We ordered hamburgers though, and oh my god, the food was so nasty. I never recommend that place. So if you're by the port and you're going to an oyster place, do not eat the food. But think we were pretty good at doing pretty much anything. Went to Moody Gardens more than once. Um, Billy actually wanted to go and get a massage, and we looked at other places just in case because the place Moody Gardens is extremely expensive. But we couldn't find anything that had any appointments available, so we went and we both got worked over. I was still a little sore from a surgery I had about 7 months ago, and I'm like, can you please avoid this area? I had surgery. And you would think the little fucker would actually have listened to what I said, but he didn't. Every now and again, he got a little close. I'm like, dude, hello, surgery, do not touch. And I have to do it every now and again. He's a cute little bastard, too. And you know how things go. The massage was really good, though. It took just pretty much every single bit of stress I have going through me away. And I really did well because of that. I was able to get through the next few days. It was something I needed to do. I had been told that there were beaches there. It didn't look like no damn beach. What that looked like was a bunch of mud. I said, you know what? Maybe I'm spoiled. I love Florida, and it will always be my favorite place. So, well, it is time for me to go. I have a lot to do, believe it or not, even at this time of night. I got paperwork to do, I have packing to do because I'm bringing crap over to my mom's so that I have any of my valuables. Anything that is worth more than I am is going in my bag, coming with me over there. I don't take any chances. You know, I got a few things of jewelry, and my biggest collection is my electronics. I got a lot of that, and so does Billy, who is going to be staying with me and Mom, Dad too. So unhappy about it first year that I have to stay with you. Well, what's wrong with that? I thought we were your favorite people. Yeah, family can be. Want to hug them one day and want to strangle them the other. I gotta go. For those of you who are viewing this from Louisiana, please stay safe. Okay?